Hello, welcome to FM Corner. I'm Danny Koontz, Director of Relationship Management for Windy City Equipment. Today's topic we're going to talk about is conflict good for the team? Had some very interesting conversations with some folks regarding conflict, and is that good or is that bad? Now, conflict in the workplace or conflict in a team is really the approach of trying to find a good answer and trying to find the best way to do something. Conflict's not a fight. It's not a fight. It's a difference of opinion. And what you're trying to do is figure out where do we get to the best decision for the team as we go forward. Good conflict requires trust. You trust the other person. I might not agree with the other person, but that's okay. I trust, and I trust his opinion or her opinion is valuable to what we're discussing today. That may be the way I end up going, but I trust the fact that they're going to give me a good idea. I may have a different idea, which is fine, but that it's going to be a conflict because I want it this way and they want it that way. Do we seek common ground? That's what we try to do. Or we hash this out until we get to a decision that happens to be made. It's the ability to talk about a situation or an opportunity and engage in unfiltered, passionate debate. Just because you're passionate about what you think and you're having a debate back and forth with people, that doesn't necessarily mean conflict. That's difference of opinion and different views. Even among the best teams, at times it will be uncomfortable. That's why you ever see like a football team on the sideline, and supposedly they're a great team and they all get along great, and two members of the team start going after each other in the middle of the game, and they got to put it on TV and show it to you because it's so out of character or out of norm. But even the best teams have debates and they have conflict. And that feels uncomfortable because you're expecting that's never going to happen, but it happens in all teams, just some more than others. Conflict norms, they vary from team to team. What are you going to accept? What are you not? That's where the leader comes into play because they have to manage those situations and keep people on an even keel. You don't want somebody going crazy because their idea is not being accepted or whatever it may be and causing disruptions, things like that. So the leader keeps that in, and you have norms in which you kind of agree to before meetings like that ever start of how behavior is going to be done so that you can get something accomplished. Your team needs to agree to that norm when it's set. Fear of occasional personal conflict should not deter having productive debates. Everybody's been caught in this trap at one time where you say, well, I'm not going to go down the road on this conversation with Johnny. And the reason I'm not is because Johnny's going to get really upset in the first 5 minutes and not listen to me. Or Johnny's going to holler and scream or whatever, slam the phone down or whatever it may be. All that could be true, but you still have to take the opportunity to try to have a productive debate and talk about what is bothering them from their side, what's bothering you from your side, and what can you do to try to meet in the middle to see if you can do it. So you don't assume the answers that you're going to get. You've got to give people the opportunity. Team leaders, really good team leaders, they mine for conflict. They're looking for that little bit of edge or a little bit of something where they notice in a meeting that someone's facial expressions, something like that, the way they're shaking their head, they're not bought in. And the leader usually asks them a couple of questions about that or something, trying to draw some communication out of them. Good team leaders watch the room during the meeting and they mine for conflict and discussion points every time they can. Team leaders also have to give their members a reason to care. Everybody that's in that room is in there for a reason. Team leader gives that person a reason why they're in there, how this meeting or this conflict that you're trying to get resolved affects them in their job or what you need their ideas for. So the team leader makes it a point to Make sure each member of the team knows what they're there for. Again, as I said earlier, conflict doesn't mean war. It means different opinions being shared as the team attempts to work towards a common goal. There will always be give and take. There will always be disagreements. Always be respectful, but always call out what you see and what you observe. Nothing gets done if people don't talk. So be respectful, but call out what you see and what you hear and you observe if you don't share the same opinion, so that others can learn and you can walk out of this meeting as a group better prepared for your decisions down the road. That's our program today on conflict and is it good for the team? Thank you very much for listening. Would love to hear your thoughts on this or any other subject spoke about on FM Corner. Thank you.